For us, it's very important to have a clean city because if you see something clean, you're gonna like it.
Hey everybody, it is Billy at BTUFF, and we are here in Santa Barbara, California. Take a look at the city. I haven't been here in a while. I used to come here quite a bit back in the day, but I haven't been here in a long time. To be honest, when I first pulled in here, I expected to see the city kind of not like Venice, but definitely not like the Santa Barbara I used to see. And to my surprise, the city is very clean. And we're gonna get into that. I'll show you some areas around here. I don't see any graffiti anywhere, at least on this main strip. I'm sure if we kind of get off the strip, it changes, but very clean city. Yeah, we'll get into it, man. Let's take a look around and see what Santa Barbara, California looks like. So one of the nice things about Santa Barbara is the building structures. Got a Spanish style. It's always been nice. Now, you used to be able to drive all the way through State Street, but they've blocked it off with these K-rails here, and they've made this kind of like a big eating center because of all the stuff where everybody has to eat outside. So now they've made this whole area on State Street an outdoor eating area. Let's take a look. It says face coverings required all times on this block. So if you are going to go down this, I do have my face covering. I will put it on, but it's pretty neat what they've done here. And it actually is really beautiful.
I saw the place.
This would be a really cool place to ride your bike. I don't even know if you can. I just saw someone come by on a bike. I think you can. But, oh, I was wrong. It says no bicycles, no rollerblading, no skateboards, no scooters. So it's for pedestrians only, as you can see here. It's really nice. But you still have bikes here. And it looks like they will. You are subject to a citation if you're not wearing your mask in here.
Where is it? Just in the back?
Yeah, straight in the back.
Okay.
So one of the things they do, if you have to use the restroom, they check your temperature here. So I think that's probably a common practice here. One thing about Santa Barbara, I will say, is that they have a really good nightlife here. Of course, this is a college town, or they have a big college here. So they have these sports bars, and they have a lot of nice bars here. So, you know, if you do go out, go out on the town, you have a lot of things you can go do. This is O'Malley's. There's an Irish pub. It's pretty nice. I think this has been here for a long time too. One of the obvious things about Santa Barbara, just looking around, aside from the fact there's no graffiti everywhere, is that there is a sense of pride of ownership from the community here, right? I mean, not only is everything clean, right? You're not seeing a bunch of trash. You're not seeing a bunch of people laying around here. You know, I mean, even something like this beautiful structure here of plants, garden, whatever they put together. You're not seeing needles in there. You're not seeing people throwing cups in there. You're not seeing the city overridden by people because the leaders in the community decide not to do anything, right? This is what law and order looks like, you know, and I will imagine there's a lot of people here that are progressive, but I will say there's a difference on how this city, or what this city allows compared to Venice, right? Which is just, you know, gone, or San Francisco, or any of that stuff, right? Now, I'm not saying that outside this area right here, it doesn't get bad, but I'm telling you right here in this main state street here, it is beautiful. I mean, it is as clean of a city as you can get. This is Joe's Cafe, a popular bar at night. I've been here many times, and a lot of fun. And it's been here forever, man. There's a lot of these places that have been here for a long time, and this is one of them for sure. And of course, they've adapted to the outdoor seating. And man, it is like classy. Like, I'm not saying that, you know, like you look at how most restaurants do their outdoor seating. These people have taken it up a notch, where not only have they created outdoor seating, but they made the like visuals really nice. I mean, look at this. They put plants all around it. They've got nice umbrellas up. They've got nice heaters. I mean, this is like, I mean, this actually is, if I had a choice, I'd rather sit outside than sit inside. So they've made the outdoor experience as good, if not better, than the indoor. And it's like that all the way down. It's all these restaurants are like that. Okay, now I did overstep a little bit because we do have some people sleeping on the streets. So the Metro 4, I've caught a couple movies in here. It's a nice place, but looks like it's boarded up. I don't know if they're showing movies. It doesn't look like it's open. So they do have a lot of shopping here. Of course, you got the Van store here. This one's been closed down. I'd imagine it's very expensive to be on the street. You got the Volcom store, Billabong. And so they have a lot of shops that you can go in, and it looks like most of them, you know, are open. Yeah, so there's a lot of shopping available for people that want to come down and just browse these stores for sure.
And I have to go home and research.
So one nice addition to the city, man, is all the patriotic American flags everywhere. I mean, they're everywhere here down State Street. Look, they go all the way down the street on these poles, man. Probably like every 100 yards, they've got a couple. It's really nice to see. I gotta tell you that this would be a great place to bring your bike. I'm just looking, man, look at this big open thing down State Street. They have all this shut down now, so cars can't come down. And man, what a fun ride that would be, dude. So man, if you are thinking about coming down to Santa Barbara or State Street, bring some bikes. It'd be a fun ride for sure. Be able to see the city like that pretty good. Decided to come into one of the antique shops here on State Street. Lots of cool stuff to look at. I feel like this is a little bit higher grade of antiques too. I don't know. You know, there's some antique shops that kind of have a lower grade of stuff, and then you have some that have a higher grade. I'm just saying, I don't know. I guess if you live around an area where people have a lot more money, you're going to get better antiques, right? Well, this is pretty cool stuff. Like everything is like, it's like clean antiques. So pretty neat actually. Man, I saw this sitting here. It's an old photograph. I wish I knew the year on it. I can't really make out, there's some writing here, but I can't really make out the year. But look at that, man. That's probably someone's family. That's probably someone's, you know, it probably tells a story of like a family, and probably these people probably aren't here anymore. That's interesting, man. Totally fascinating that this was at one point, this meant something to somebody. You know, this was sitting on somebody's shelf and people looked at it. And now it's sitting here in a antique shop, and people will never know who these people are, probably. Pretty cool chalk art. So this goes back into some shops. We'll go back here and take a look. I don't know what shops are back here, but looks like it's changed a little bit over time. A lot of artsy tiles. But you notice, man, not one piece of graffiti here. Not one. And it shows too, man, that people are really enjoying their community. Now, I did see a couple homeless people laying around I think you're going to get that no matter what, but definitely, but it's not overrunning the city. I think that's the big difference, is that, you know, it's like you get to a point where there's a tipping point where, you know, homeless people are, you know, overrunning the city. And I just don't see that here. Now, I know that there's going to be places, people are going to chime in and say, oh, yeah, Billy, but you don't know. If you go to the backside here, there's tons of homeless. I'm sure that's real. But I'm talking about the main areas that people are walking around enjoying. The area that draws people into the city is very, very clean. It's very clean. Like I said, man, I'm really happy to see this, that there are places in California that still have this vibe. I will say that, you know, one thing about Santa Barbara is that it's very expensive to live here, right? So, you know, it does keep people at bay. You know, if you got a city that's completely surrounded by places that are outrageous to live at, you know, you're probably not going to have riffraff and as much crime. I know that probably sounds bad, but it's the truth. Well, I'm here with Yi Ye. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
So you say it, because I know you'll say Yi Ye, right? Yeah. And you own one of the shops here in Santa Barbara, downtown, right?
Yes.
Now, I had a little small conversation with you, and I said, look, I am amazed on how clean this city is. Like, I mean, there's no graffiti out there. And, you know, when I asked you, I said, is it the city that enforces that? But what did you say? I'm going to let you say it.
I said the people that we own the shops, or the owners of the big buildings, is the one that we do the difference. We clean anything that we saw. For us, it's very important to have a clean city, because if you see something clean, you're going to like it.
Right. People feel comfortable, right?
Yeah.
They don't feel threatened at all. And
Exactly.
so, like, even when you go out there, everybody's having a good time. There's no, you know, nobody's worrying about crime or anything like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's the people that do it.
Exactly.
Very good. Interesting.
Thank you.
Another aspect to this city that's really cool is that while there are a few corporate stores, the majority of these stores are locally owned. Not all of them, but there's a lot of them that are locally owned, right? And that's something that it's getting hard to find, especially around malls and stuff. You know, locally owned stores are becoming, you don't see that very much. Well, in cities like Santa Barbara, that's still there. And I know they're barely hanging on right now with everything going on, but it is nice to see. And like you heard in our interview, there's a pride of ownership, because, you know, you're not an employee, you're an owner. And when you're an owner, you take care of things more, right? So that's one of the reasons why I think this place looks so nice. You know, some of the buildings around here are so cool, man. It's kind of just interesting to look at the structure on this building here. Spanish style, just unbelievable, man. Isn't that cool? You know, one of the differences, Sonny, is I think when the sun was going down at Venice, we kind of wanted to pack it up, right? We said, like, man, let's call it a day here, right?
Yeah.
Where I don't feel like that here. Do you feel like that? I mean, sun's going down. I don't feel like the safety goes down in this city at all, right? I mean, at least not here on State Street.
No.
Unfortunately, there is still some poverty here. You can see people sleeping in the doorsteps. It's sad to see. I think one of the best things they did was take the automobiles out of State Street. It changed the vibe here for sure, from something that was, you know, heavily backed up, exhaust fumes, near misses at every intersection. For the most part, they got rid of all that. And they made all the space here for people to walk around and ride your bikes and do whatever you want to do, man. I think it definitely changed the atmosphere here for sure. here, there's some kind of yoga party going on back here. There is a yoga party. I think the Granada is a landmark of Santa Barbara. I think it's been here for a long time. And you can see they set it up out here. People eating outside. Really nice. Oh, this is really nice. This is a sushi restaurant. Arigato Sushi. I mean, you want to talk about taking it up a notch on the outdoor seating. It's pretty cool. This is one of the corridors that breaks away from State Street a little bit. I think back in the day they used to have a Mexican restaurant back here. In fact, I know they did, because I know there used to be a fountain here. I mean, it looks a lot nicer now. And they used to have dolphins here, so I know. I mean, I think they've upgraded the dolphins, or maybe these are the same ones. But yeah, this is always a cool area. All right, I have an honest question for you. We're sitting here, and got Ben Franklin here. He's holding the We the People document, one of the more important documents in American history. I just want you to ask yourself this question. How many California cities could Ben sit here and be undamaged, not toppled down, no graffiti, no one's etched anything into him? How many cities in California would that last? Honest question. But he's safe here in his hometown, Santa Barbara. So we've got this really interesting fountain here. I think it's been here for a long time, where not only do we have fake turtles in the pond, but we have real turtles in the pond. They're enjoying their night here, right off the State Street. Sunny excited. An old style telephone booth. Oh, is it locked? Yeah. Just for looks. Just for looks. Actually said free calls, but I think because of COVID, they've got it locked up. Still cool though. Look at that seat. Something you don't see every day. A whale tail. And it says, let me see here, I'll read you the inscription here. There is an inscription and it says, the whale tail bench. That's what it's called. The official name is the whale tail bench. It's a landmark of Santa Barbara. We saw it. You want to sit in it? Do it. Test it out. Tell me the comfort level. 5. Does it feel good? No. You're not leaning back though. Lean back. Oh. Get the whole thing. Now what is it?
4.
4?
No, my back's full.
All right. Well, if it wasn't cold, it'd be nice. Take a load off at the whale tail bench. Nice piece of art here. And man, it's amazing that these aren't, you know, tampered with in any way. No one has come by here and disrespect this thing. There's nothing carved into this wood here that's here. It's totally clean. Generation Bridge. Stuart Johnson did this.
Thank you. Thank you. Sorry, gotta get a little closer. So, there we go, perfect.
So pretty cool place here. We're gonna eat at. Looks like it's like a sports bar, and it's pretty cool though. It's got a cool vibe in here for sure. I love it. Let me show you here. It's pretty cool. So I had a chance to talk to one of the waiters at the restaurant, And basically they said that the city is going to vote this week or next week on what to do here. It looks like they're going to keep it like this, but they are going to have some new regulations where everything has to be the same height on both sides. Like one can't be super high. You can't, like over here, so you see you have a gate high over here and one low here. I think they want everything uniform. So they're going to have some new guidelines, but they are, it looks like the cars are going to be permanently removed from this area, which I think is a good move. But they did say that there is a chance that everything's going to be 100% shut down coming up. And that is, of course, with the governor wanting to kind of go back into a lockdown as we go into winter and COVID cases go up. So they are concerned about that. And of course, man, you can only imagine what it costs to have a place here on State Street. Guarantee it is not cheap. So yeah, just interesting. They've got a lot of the same problems that other people do in other cities. You know, me and Sonny have a memory here. We had gone to, there's this place down by the water, and it's a place where there were some memorials laid out. Like, you know, someone has a bench, and then someone buys that bench and they dedicate it to somebody. Well, someone had lost a daughter at a young age, and it's actually about the time that you were about that same age, about 6 years old, 5 or 6 or something.
It was like 2012.
2012, right? So
Actually, no, 2007 maybe.
yeah, so you weren't very old at all. You were actually about the same age as the woman who had lost their kid. And there was a quote from what book?
Puff the Magic Dragon.
Puff the Magic Dragon, because that was her favorite book, and you had never heard about it, right? And we walked over here to a store, and there it was, a Puff the Magic Dragon book, right? And it ended up, we got it, and it ended up becoming one of your favorite books as a kid.
Yep.
Right?
I know that line by line.
Line by line, man. Puff the Magic Dragon. It was all because of something we saw here. So we are wrapping up our video at State Street. Just had a really good dinner over at, what was that place called? Sharky's, right? I think it's called Sharky's. Really good Mexican food. But I will say that I was thoroughly impressed today. I did not expect Santa Barbara to be a patriotic town that it is. Everything from the Ben Franklin, statue that doesn't have one piece of defacing to it, to the American flags everywhere, to an ultra clean city that the people care about. I give Santa Barbara, State Street at least, I'm sure if I ventured off I'd find some stuff, but State Street itself, I would give 2 thumbs up, and I would recommend it to anybody. And I would say a really fun thing would be to have you come here with your family, bring bikes, or bring your dog and walk your dog around. They have people walking dogs, but you could really have some fun. And coming up, I'm sure, hopefully they don't shut it down for Christmas, but if this is open during Christmas, it's going to transform into something very cool. So a very cool place, Santa Barbara, California. Totally exceeded my expectations. We had a great time here tonight. Anyway, there you go. This is Billy at BTUFF.